Good morning, everyone. Mike Polito here, and thanks for tuning into another one of my videos here. We are in the midst of the coronavirus situation, and I believe it's April 1st today, 2020. So, actually, no, it's the 31st. I'm sorry. But anyway, that's what I wanted to talk a little bit about is because I got some requests to talk about teas today. So this one is concentrating on tea choices and teas that may improve your immune system, make you stronger, give you more life. That's what I'm here to talk about. I'm not an expert, but I can tell you for sure that I've been drinking these teas, and I want to share them with you and tell you a little background on them, and maybe suggest some things that you may not know, and you can implement those um, for your own use. So anyway, I want to talk about teas. Number one, there's two different types of tea. There's many teas in the market, like cinnamon tea and pineapple tea and all that. Those are basically herbal teas, and they're infused and flavor infused. Some of them are better than others. Some add sugar. You have to watch out for that. And some are just pure, just the leaves themselves. So, more natural type flavors. But basically, the two teas are your green teas and I believe there's white tea also, but green tea and black tea, and everything is based upon those teas. Flavors are enhanced, and flavors are added to those teas to make different types of teas. The herbal teas are overall, in general, they do not contain any caffeine. Green teas and black teas, pure green teas and black teas do contain caffeine. So if you can't handle caffeine, I'd probably limit its use. And as you go further into the evening, you may want to kind of cut back. Caffeine in teas do not contain as much caffeine than coffee. It's a natural occurring caffeine within the tea. As you get closer to bedtime, you may want to just keep an eye on that and just kind of back off on the tea if it's going to prevent you from sleeping. So just so you know, I like green teas and black teas. They're basically the two types of teas that I drink on a normal basis. I drink them hot, I drink them cold. A little background on just things that I've read over the years, and people that are experts on tea tell me is that the green tea has more of a cooling effect. So people are the Asian people will tend to drink more green tea in the summer months because of their cooling effect, and the warming effect comes from the black tea. So I tend to drink more black teas in the winter, because of its warming effect. I've tested it both ways, and you could tell the difference definitely. The fermentation of the green tea, it's a little bit more intense in the black teas, which explains for its color. The black tea is definitely a darker, richer color than a green tea, which is much more lighter. So as far as the benefits of teas, there are a great number of benefits. You're going to find the pros and cons of drinking tea out there, but overall, the Asian people have been drinking teas for forever, and it's been their choice of health food drink is tea. Um, so as far as the teas and their health benefits, they're just enormous. You can look it up and see the list of the benefits of drinking green teas and black teas, increase an immune system, which is really important today. I would recommend you take some tea instead of cut back on the coffee and start including more tea into your diet. The immune system, all kinds of great benefits, blood purification. It serves as like a headache reducer also. It gives you energy, it speeds up the metabolism. So there's a lot of great, it improves blood cholesterol levels. It also, like I said, it gives you energy, great for the athlete. I usually, when I work out, if I'm punching the bag, doing some martial art training or any types of training, I'll usually end my workout with or a break during the workout, with a little green tea, which is very satisfying. You can have it either cooler or warmer. I like to drink my teas warm overall. But anyway, teas are fantastic. Okay, I read the good, I read the bad. It's just when to drink it, and of course, moderation. Everything in moderation. So you don't want to be drinking 20 cups of tea in a day. Moderate consumption is key. But it is good, and it's good for you. It will boost your immune system and raise that pH level up, and which is what we need to be doing during these times right now, the tough times that we're having with the virus. Also, I wanted to touch really quickly on another tea that a lot of people don't know about, and this is the Sir Jason Winters tea. This is an amazing tea, and there's an amazing story behind it. And I tell a lot of my students about this tea, and it's something that you may want to include also. You can only get this pretty much through mail order. I don't believe I haven't seen it in any health food stores, but it's probably a good tea to check out. And it's loose tea. This is the 5-ounce can, so you can see the size of this thing. And it's loose tea, so just pour some out. And so you have to put this into a tea ball and let it sit in the water for a bit. It's a little more inconvenient than just dropping a tea bag in, but this tea is fantastic. All the teas that I do drink basically are loose leaf teas. It's not really better to have loose leaf, but I prefer the loose leaf tea. From what I hear, it's from certain people, they say it is a better quality tea, but I don't know how true that is. Anyway, the tea here, you may want to look this up. Sir Jason Winters, he formulated the tea, and a little really quick background on this man. He was diagnosed with a terminal cancer. I don't know, about 30 years ago or something like that. I think maybe even a little further back. And he was told that he had like 2 months to live or 3 months to live. And of course, being told something like that, you get very, very depressed, and you don't know where you're at. So he was in a hospital bed, and he asked if there was anything more that they could do for him, and they said, well, if we remove your jawbone, we might be able to get you to live for 6 months. So he, of course, declined that and says, I'm just going to go, and that's it. He is from England, and he is a knight, actually, and it so happens that day he was lying in that bed, Princess Charles actually walked by and noticed him in his room and stopped in and gave him some friendly advice and spoke to him and tried to bring his spirits up. But he said that, he said, no doctor can tell you how long you're going to live. Only God can tell you how long you're going to live. Okay, so, and that comment meant a lot to him, and gave him some uplift and gave him some hope, and he said, and he took that advice very strongly, and decided to start doing some research for the time that he had, and he came up, basically he read the Bible, and he found these herbs, and he searched these herbs and found these herbs and started blending them together and started experimenting with them and found out what actually helped. And he actually formulated this tea, and he started drinking the tea, and 20 years from the date that he started to put these together, he was still alive, and his health got much better, and there was no sign of cancer in his body. He doesn't say that the tea was a cure, but what he does say that it helped to purify the blood. And one of the ingredients in this is red clover, which is a blood purifying plant. And so he said, if you purify the blood and make the blood strong and clean, it will allow the body to fight off anything. And that's what he was saying. So to make your body strong, to make your blood pure, and let the body do what it was designed to do, is to fight off infection and disease. So So that's what he's saying. So this is not a cure or anything like that, but it does help to raise the immune system and to purify the blood, which is very, very good. So look it up. It's Sir Jason Winters. You can look it up on the internet. You'll see the website and just read the story about this man. It's very, very inspiring. I've been drinking this tea for about 25 years, and probably over that. And it's an amazing, amazing tea. So I recommend it. This is like $20 for the can, and it lasts you for like 2 months, 2 or 3 months, depending on how much you drink. All right, so that's all I wanted to say about the tea things, or the green teas. The black teas are fantastic. I cut back on my coffee consumption. I usually stop drinking coffee by around 2 o'clock, and if you have a need to drink some hot liquids, then I switch over to the tea at that point. So the green or black tea or the Sir Jason Winters. I like this because there is no caffeine in this tea. It's an herbal tea, so this is the one that I prefer to drink in the evening when it comes closer to bedtime. And the green teas and black teas I'll tend to drink earlier in the day. That's about it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, give me the thumbs up, and I'll be back more with some different subjects down the road. Okay, so enjoy your tea, and we'll see you soon.